guys, it's Amy here from Shores Wellness Solutions, the Natural Health and Wellness Center, and I am excited to be live today doing an essential oil. Normally it's a make and take class. That's what I typically do, but since no one can get out and everyone has to stay home, I'm changing it up a little bit and we're going live on Facebook. So our typical make and take class, you would come into the office and everyone would get to make roller balls or sprays or different things like that you would be able to take home with you at the end of the class. But since that can't happen, I didn't want people to not get the education that they needed. So we are going live and we're just gonna do some fun talks about different things that you can make that are natural for yourself and for your family. And I even included some fun things for the kids. Since everybody is stuck at home, you can have some natural ways to put things together for yourself and for your family. So let's get started. I want to talk first, whether you're new to oils or you're new to projects, either way, people find it very beneficial to learn some natural ways and natural solutions to take care of you and your family's health. So we're going to be talking about some really cool DIY projects. We're going to be talking about doTERRA's unique sourcing and why we choose doTERRA in our office, and how to order affordable oils so you can do lots of cool things for you and your family. So first we're going to talk about what is an essential oil. They're naturally found in the seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plants. They're highly concentrated when distilled, and doTERRA's oils are certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. They're 100% pure and used as a holistic approach for a wide range of emotions and physical wellness. So they also provide lots of natural solutions for a healthy home and a healthy lifestyle. So why do we choose doTERRA? Not all essential oils are created equally, and one thing, you can find essential oils all over the place. I've seen them, I think I've even seen it at a gas station before, which is kind of odd to me. I'm not sure I would think that that would be that pure, but anyway, one of the reasons I choose doTERRA is because of their co-impact sourcing. doTERRA sources its oils from all over the world so that each oil is derived from its indigenous environments. So what that means is they go all over the world and they harvest the plants where they're grown naturally. When they're grown and harvested in the proper altitude, climate, seasons, and soil, you end up getting a far superior product. This is where doTERRA's commitment to purity begins. So every single bottle of doTERRA essential oils, and I will show you, have a batch number on the bottom so you can track where it's sourced, tested, and the purity of the oil. So every single bottle of oil, I don't know if you can see here, but there is a little batch number on the very bottom of every one of the bottles. So it's a great way to find out where it was sourced and how it was tested to make sure that you're getting a really pure product. So it's really important when you're going out and you're purchasing your oils, you know exactly where they came from and where they were harvested and the third-party testing that was done to make sure that it's absolutely pure. The second reason is that the oils are certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. This is really important because every oil has 0 fillers, no synthetics, no dyes, no pesticides or contaminants of any kind. They're just pure unadulterated oils, which is what makes them so good. doTERRA created this standard as a promise of purity, and each and every batch is third-party tested so you can be confident, not just in their purity, but their potency as well. Because let's be real, if you use an essential oil and it's not going to help to solve your health concerns, what's the point in using it? You don't want to use something that you're going to put on your body that's going to cause a rash or have any other toxins or fillers in it that's going to harm you rather than help you. Okay, so that's very important when you're looking at essential oils. So there are 4 different types of essential oils today. Okay, there is the synthetic grade. These are for perfumes and industrial purposes. They're marketed for aromatherapy and in retail and craft stores, but they haven't been deemed safe for internal use and are highly likely to contain pesticides and artificial fillers. Another type of essential oil is food grade. These are the oils that are used to add flavor to foods. They have very little to no nutritional or medicinal value, and they likely contain fillers. So that's not really your best choices of essential oils to use. Therapeutic grade oils are used in aromatherapy and have some health benefits, but haven't been deemed safe for internal use. So they usually contain fillers. If you can't take it internally, you know that it probably has a filler in it. Now, there are a few oils that you cannot ingest, no matter if it's doTERRA or not. And those are oils that are going to be made with tree barks and things like that. Things that you wouldn't naturally eat, you wouldn't ingest those oils. But any of the essential oils that you would eat, if you can eat an orange or a lemon or a grapefruit or any of those things, you should be able to take that oil internally and know that it's 100% pure, that it's not going to harm you. So the last type of oil is certified pure therapeutic grade. These are rigorously tested and are free from pesticides, artificial fillers, preservatives, or other impurities. These are the most pure essential oils. doTERRA's essential oils are all grown by experienced farmers in their indigenous lands, meaning that they're grown in optimal conditions and are producing the highest quality oil. The oils, through rigorous third-party testing, is what doTERRA does, is they go through vigorous third-party testing to ensure that all of the oils are compliant with our CPTG standards. That means that when you open up your bottle, you're getting the purest and the most potent essential oil that's available. So that's one thing that's super awesome about doTERRA. Now, there are 3 ways to use essential oils. The first way to use an essential oil is topically. So those are when you apply the essential oil to the areas of the body that need support, okay? They reach the bloodstream within 20 seconds and then are distributed through the entire body within 20 minutes. It's best to dilute oils in fractionated coconut oil to avoid any skin sensitivity, and you always want to dilute your essential oils for children. The bottoms of the feet are a great place to apply the oils, as it's the most porous and it absorbs into your system very, very quickly. So you can apply it also to the back of the neck and along the spine, because there's a lot of health benefits for applying it topically. Another way that you can apply essential oils or use them is aromatically. A great way is to take the essential oil, just like this. This one, I have Breathe here. It opens everything up. So you're just going to take and put 1 drop in your hand, rub your hands together, cup it over your nose, and take a couple really deep breaths in. You're going to notice a difference. It already opens everything up. It has some peppermint and a few other oils in it, but it's going to open everything up, and you're going to feel an instant sensation by doing that, okay? Diffusing is also a great way to get the benefits of essential oils. I have, if you can see right here, I have a diffuser behind me. We've got some essential oils diffusing in the room. That's another great way to use essential oils to clean and purify the air, to help support respiratory functions, help you to sleep better at night by having it in your room at night, helps to enhance your mood. So depending on what type of oils that you're putting into your diffuser are the different effects that you're going to have. And we're going to talk a little bit about some different oil recipes and things as we get moving forward. But it's really, really great to diffuse and to use in place of candles and other things that can have toxins in it, that you don't want to put more toxins into the air. We want to clean the air and make it refreshing, help you have your mood uplifted, and just feel better by using it. So that's another way that you can use essential oils. The third way of using essential oils is internally. Now, doTERRA is the only brand of essential oil that I would trust to use internally. So don't assume that it's okay to use any brand of oil, as purity varies greatly. So I'm not saying there's no other oils that would be beneficial, but you really want to make sure you're doing your homework before taking anything internally. So make sure that you can, like doTERRA has, where you can test, go check to see where it was sourced and the purity of that product before you're taking it internally. So make sure you know your product is all I'm telling you before you're taking any essential oils internally, okay? If it's safe for consumption, the bottle will be clearly labeled if it's approved for internal use. So once you're assured of the quality, you can add 1 drop to your water or tea. That's one way of using it internally. And just so you know, the essential oils are so very potent and powerful. They're very, very powerful. So you don't need a whole lot. A little goes a long way, okay? I like any of the citrus oils because it's really great to add to your water, help you drink the water, and it helps to flush out your system of toxins and impurities. So it's a great way to have added benefits by taking them internally. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about some oil safety now that we're talking about taking your oils and using them internally. So there are 4 tips to consider to safely use your doTERRA essential oils. Now, plastic is one. Recommend using all of your essential oils, in a glass container or a stainless steel container. You want to make sure that, especially with citrus oils, they have the ability to break down the petrochemicals in certain plastics. So if you take your oil, you drop it into a plastic water bottle, you're taking a chance of that essential oil breaking down the plastic, and now you're drinking the toxins. So be very sure that when you're using your essential oil, you're putting it into a glass container or a stainless steel container. Okay, it's very important. Less is more, okay? A little goes a very long way. So you only need 1 or 2 drops. They say 4 ounces. I like to use it in a lot more, 8, 12, 24 ounces. So you don't need a lot. Just put a drop or 2 into your water bottle, and then you can reapply as often as you need to get the desired outcome, okay? For example, 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. That's pretty powerful. So you don't need a whole lot. A little is going to go a long way and last you a long time. So these little bottles will last a very long time. Another way you can use essential oils internally is for flavoring your food. So it only makes sense that if we use herbs and spices and different plants to flavor our food, that we can use essential oils to do the same thing. Now, like I said, they're very, very concentrated. So you only need a very little bit to get the benefits that you want, okay? 1 drop is equal to 50 to 70 times the potency of a dried herb. That's super powerful. So what I recommend doing when you're cooking with essential oils is to take a toothpick, dip it in to the oil that you're using, and then just swirl that toothpick around into the dish that you want, because you can always add more. The problem with just dropping your oils into your dish is if it happens to come out too fast, now you have too much oil in that dish and you can't take it back. And trust me, I've done it making guacamole before. Thought, oh, I'll add a little cilantro, and then 4 drops came out, and it's so powerful. I would have needed a whole bag of avocado to correct it. So dip it in with a toothpick, and then just swirl a little bit around, because you can always add more oil, but you can't take the oil out. Now you don't have to worry about ruining your dish that you're making. A couple other safety tips are to never put essential oils into your eyes, in your ear canals, or up your nose, okay? You can burn, you don't want to do that. Make sure the oils don't leave a residue. As you can see, I already breathed it in. You can't see any oil on my hands or anything. So it does absorb very fast, but if you are using, let's say, peppermint oil or any oil, you don't want to go rubbing your eyes the second afterwards. Go wash your hands first, or make sure you wait till it absorbs into your skin before you're touching your eyes, because you can be very sensitive. Citrus oils also, or blends that contain citrus oils in them, also can increase sun sensitivity. So you want to make sure that you allow 12 hours at least in between a topical application and before you go out into the sun, because you want to make sure that you're not going to burn. Not everyone's going to have a reaction, but you can be photosensitive with a citrus oil. So you want to make sure that when you're using citrus oils, you don't go directly out into the sun after applying them to your skin. Okay, another thing that's really important to know is you want to always dilute essential oils, especially for children. Until you know if you have a sensitivity, most oils you can put directly on your skin, especially as an adult, but there are certain oils that are hot oils that will burn the skin. Oregano oil and cinnamon, for example, those are hot oils. They can burn, so you don't want to put them directly in your mouth. Oregano especially. Crazy story, one of my friends, when she was first introduced to essential oils, she was so excited. Well, she wasn't excited that her husband was sick, but her husband was sick, but she was so excited that she had a natural solution for him. And she had heard that a mixture with oregano oil is going to help boost your immune system and kick the virus out of your system. So, great. Well, she didn't read the rest. She just saw, oh, oregano oil is going to be great. So what did she do? She put the oregano oil on a spoon and said, here, honey, have this. Well, burned his throat. Way too powerful, way too potent. She learned later you'd want to put it in a veggie cap so you can swallow it, so you can get those benefits. But that's another way that you could use some of the oils that are hot oils, is by putting them in a veggie cap. So it's very important to make sure that you know what you're doing if you are taking them internally, and knowing if they're a hot oil, if they're not, if you need to dilute them, or if you don't. So make sure that you know, and if you're not sure, or if you have any questions about dilution, just pop a comment below. If you're wanting to know how to dilute for children as well, pop a message below, and I can always send you a chart that's going to tell you the right ratio of dilution for you and your family. All right, so one of the things that I love about doTERRA, besides being useful in so many ways, is that every time I feel like they've outdone themselves, they find a way to absolutely blow my mind with their desire to give back and make a positive impact on the world. So one thing that I think is super fabulous about doTERRA is they participate with the Healing Hands Foundation. This is doTERRA's nonprofit organization committed to improving lives through partnering with organizations that offer hope to millions around the world. Healing Hands seeks to bring healing and hope to the world, helping those live lives free of disease and poverty, and to ultimately empower impoverished communities with the tools needed to become self-reliant. doTERRA covers for all of the overhead and administrative costs of the doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation, ensuring that 100% of all donations go directly to those receiving aid. So I love that about doTERRA with the Healing Hands Foundation. That's another reason why I'm very passionate about this company. Their co-impact sourcing also, in addition to supplying the highest quality essential oils, doTERRA is committed to making a positive difference in the lives of farmers, harvesters, and distillers who contribute to doTERRA's oil production. So another website that is great that you should check out is thesourcetoyou.com. It's very amazing, and that's where you can get access to quality reports on the exact oils that you have in your home. So that's where I was telling you about the batch number that is on the bottom. You can go to sourcetoyou.com and you can check out all the oils that you have and see where they were sourced and what country they came from. So you can see kind of what they're doing across the world to help all these communities. So it's really cool. Anyway, so now that we've discussed a little bit about doTERRA, why we choose it, what an essential oil is, let's get into some of the recipes. Now I'm going to talk kind of fast. I'm going to give you quite a bit of recipes and give you a quick rundown of the different types of recipes, because I kind of did a wide range of things just to kind of cover everyone. So we're going to go over that a little bit, but I know you're all going to be like, oh, I want to know what the recipes are. So don't worry, if you want a copy of the recipes that I'm talking about today, drop me a message in the comments below, and or send me a message with your email address if you did not register for this class, and I'll make sure I get those recipes sent out to you this week. In the future, when you register for a class, it makes it easier because I'll have that information, and anyone who registers will automatically just get a copy of that. So in the future, if you did not register for this class, we're going to have all the classes available to register on our Facebook page. And we also have our classes on our website, shoreswellnesssolutions.com. So you can go there at any time and see what classes we have coming up. You can register for them there, because a lot of the times you'll get the recipes and they'll automatically be sent to you. So you'll know that in the future. All right, so the first recipe we're going to talk about is a fresh room spray. So you can perk up any room in your house with this DIY room spray, and it's super, super easy. And when I said before, same with oils, when you're making any of your sprays, you want to use a glass spray bottle is the best choice. So I like to use lemon, grapefruit, and lime essential oils, and then you mix it with water and a spray bottle. Okay, that's all it takes to make this great room spray. I like to add peppermint oil as well if you're making a bathroom spray, just because I like the freshness of the peppermint, and it, you know, covers nasty smells. So that's one way to make a fresh room spray. So you're going to start with 20 drops of each oil in distilled water. You can add more if desired, and then just shake the bottle up, and ta-da, you've got a refreshing room spray. So that's one of my tips today. You can also do a natural air freshener, okay? I know it's tempting to light a candle or use a plug-in air freshener, but don't do it. I'm asking you not to, because when you do those things, you're actually putting more toxins into the air. And what do we want to do? We want to clean the air, okay? So there's so many better alternatives, such as diffusing your essential oils, which, ta-da, we've got the diffuser going. That's an easy option. If you're not into the DIY, just pop your diffuser, and that's going to help purify. We've got one in all the rooms. Bedrooms, living room, kitchen, bathroom. That's the easiest way if you're not into making all the DIY things. All right, so all you need to do to enjoy your favorite aroma is a 1/4 cup of baking soda and 5 to 6 drops of your favorite essential oil or blend. So if you're looking to make an air freshener that maybe you keep in the bathroom or whatever, Purify essential oil is a great blend because it purifies the air and gets toxins out of the room as well. So one thing that's great about using the baking soda with essential oils, now if you're using it for the bathroom, you're going to put it in a glass jar. You could use a mason jar or something like that. Get a piece of fabric, put over the top of it. You can make it cute. I don't really like mason jars, so if you're like me, I like a little fancier. So I just get a cool fancy glass. You can find them at the dollar store and things like that. And then you want to put the baking soda with the drops of oil in there, and it's an air freshener. You can just let that diffuse into the air. You can shake it up, add more oil to it when the scent runs out. But one thing I like about making this concoction is I actually do put one in a mason jar, and I put it together, and I use it to deodorize my area rugs and carpet areas. So it's a great way. You just sprinkle it onto your carpet before you're going to run the vacuum. Let it sit about 10 minutes or so, and then run the vacuum. Now you are diffusing that essential oil into the air, so your house smells really good. You're cleaning and disinfecting your carpet as well, and you're getting odors and smells out of there, especially, if you have pets, dogs, or anything like that. It's a great way to deodorize your rugs and your carpets as well. Okay, so, and you can use lots of different combinations. Purify is one that is just a common one that I like to use, but I like to also add citrus oils. It just depends on what scent you like. So you can find the scent that you like and you can put those oils in that you like, okay? So another cleaning product that I like to talk about is wood polish. So you can make your own natural wood polish, if you will, if I could talk. We all want that perfectly photogenic house, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe we like a crazy house. But most of us want to have like a nice clean house, right? Inside and out. With kids, dogs, toys, shoes, and everything else that's going on, keeping our wood floors and furniture beautiful can be kind of tough, right? So now we can do a natural wood polish that is really good, okay? All you need is a glass spray bottle. You're going to use a glass spray bottle for a lot of projects, so you might want to grab a few of those when you're ordering them. And you'll use a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of vinegar, and 10 drops of your favorite doTERRA essential oil. So one of the mixes I like to use is wild orange, arborvitae, and lemon. And I think that smells great, but it's a great product to use for wood polish. So add the oil and vinegar to the spray bottle, and voila, you have a tasty salad dressing, right? You could stop there. But if we want to add the essential oils to it, now you've just transformed that tasty salad dressing into a useful product, wood polish, okay? So apply the mixture to a clean microfiber cloth and wipe your wood surface, repeating every 2 to 3 months as necessary. So you don't need to do this very often. So just a side note, the blend that I had recommended that I like to use, because I don't have young kids, my kids are all older and they're not going to get into my cleaning supplies and eat them or try to eat them. It's going to smell really, really good. So if you have young kids, you want to make sure to not use arborvitae or any kind of tree bark, because any of the tree oils you don't want to take internally. So all I would recommend is changing up some of the oils that you know, if your child happens to grab it because it smells really good, that they're not going to ingest it, or if they ingest it, they're not going to hurt themselves, okay? So there's a lot of different recipes, and if you want to use the recipe with arborvitae in it, just make sure to keep the wood polish out of your child's reach because it does smell really good. So another thing that I want to talk about is a hand cleansing gel. Now, right now, everyone's using hand sanitizers and things like that. We want to make sure we're not getting germs and things. So the hand cleansing gel is a great option if you don't want to use the alcohol and worry about having your hands dry out. So if all you're going to do is you're going to gather a glass container, which is the best to use, 5 tablespoons of aloe vera gel, 4 tablespoons of water, a 1/4 teaspoon of vitamin E oil, and 8 to 10 drops of doTERRA's On Guard Protective Blend. It's a great blend of essential oils that are going to have everything that you would need that's going to kill germs and help boost your immune system as well. So you're going to combine the aloe vera gel with the vitamin E oil in a small bowl. Then you'll add 8 to 10 drops of doTERRA On Guard, a few drops at a time, and then add the water as you continue to mix, okay? Add more water if you need to, but then once you have everything mixed in the desired consistency that you want, then you'll transfer the mixture into your container, and then you can store your alcohol-free hand cleanser wherever you need. Okay, easy way to have a natural solution without the alcohol that's not going to dry out your hands. The next one that I like is a brown sugar scrub. Okay, so you're going to love this ginger lime brown sugar scrub. It's not only great for exfoliating your skin, but it smells phenomenal. Okay, so just imagine how wonderful your hands, feet, legs, arms, anything that you use this sugar scrub on is going to feel, because you're going to kind of buff your skin with it and it smells phenomenal, and your skin feels super soft. Okay, so you're going to use a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of turbinado sugar, which I know you're like, what is turbinado sugar? It's really just a large grain sugar that helps with a deep exfoliation. But if you don't have that sugar, just use all brown sugar and that will be fine. You'll use a 1/2 cup of the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil. And what fractionated coconut oil is, you can use regular coconut oil, the organic coconut oil that you get at the grocery store. But with that, it will harden at a certain temperature. So I like to use the fractionated coconut oil because it goes through a process so it doesn't harden. All right, so that's one thing that is great. You want to use one that's not going to harden up on you. And then 10 drops of lime essential oil. So it's super easy to make. You can keep it in a jar, have it in your bathroom if you want to just have a good exfoliating for your hands, especially for all of those who are out there working in healthcare and things like that, and you're washing your hands so much. This is a great way to bring some moisture back into your hands also, so they're nice and soft. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about, I recently had someone ask for a recipe for a non-toxic diaper cream. So I know not all of you have children that are watching, but for those of you that do have kids, I was asked about this recipe, so I thought I'd throw it in and share it with you. So the diaper cream is super easy to make and pretty quick, because we all know that any of you who have babies do not have a ton of extra time, right? But we don't really want to put toxic things on our children. So when the baby's taking a nap, grab a 1/4 cup of virgin coconut oil, 15 drops of lavender oil, and 10 drops of melaleuca or tea tree oil. You can use less oil or more depending on what ratio you like. Okay, you can dilute it more if you would like. But then you're just going to melt the coconut oil in a glass cup using your microwave or a double boiler. I prefer a double boiler over a microwave, but that's your choice. And after that's melted, add your essential oils, stir, and then transfer it into a glass container. Leave it in a cool place, and then make sure it's cool. Don't put it on your baby when it's hot. We all know that, but then you can apply as needed, okay? The entire process takes much less time than getting the baby in the car seat, wandering around the store, waiting in line to check out, and sitting in traffic on your way home. So it's a really easy way. Take a few moments, make this easy recipe, and it's a nice non-toxic diaper cream for your child. Another one I want to talk about is, does anyone wear makeup? I don't know, I'm probably talking to more women than I am men watching an essential oil DIY. Let's be real. But anyway, if any of you wear makeup, here's a good DIY makeup brush cleaner. Okay, so all you have to do is, in a small bowl, you're going to use 2 tablespoons of doTERRA fractionated coconut oil and 5 drops of melaleuca or tea tree oil and 5 drops of grapefruit oil. Okay, so this is how easy this is. Add the fractionated coconut oil and the essential oils into a small bowl, and then you're going to swirl your makeup brush into the fractionated coconut oil for 30 seconds, okay? When you see the makeup that starts coming out of your brush, then you can just rub it in a circular motion on the palm of your hand if you want to get the makeup out, or get a paper towel and you can just swirl it around to get all the makeup out. Once you do that, you're going to rinse your brush under warm water, gently squeezing the brush bristles until the water runs clear, okay? So just make sure that you point the bristles down when you're running under the water. Direct water can loosen the glue where the bristles are attached and can shorten the life of your brushes. But now you have a nice way, and what's great about that is melaleuca oil is great for your skin. So, you know, you're cleaning your brushes with a non-toxic solution that, when you're putting your makeup on your face, is good for your skin also. All right, so then you're just going to take your newly clean makeup brushes and you're going to dry them on a towel and just let them dry out till they're completely dry, and then you can you can repeat this process as needed to clean out your makeup brushes, okay? Now here's my last one for today, and I don't know if anyone's stressed out or has kids at home that are bored. Well, here's an aromatherapy Play-Doh that you can make for your kids. Okay, there are tons of recipes online for DIY Play-Doh, but this one is so easy and so beneficial that all you need to make the aromatherapy Play-Doh is 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of colored water. Okay, if you want to color it, you can just put a drop of food coloring into the water that you want to use, 1 cup of salt, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 5 drops of essential oils. So have your kids pick out what essential oil scent they want, or do a couple different scents, because it'll give a great sensation. You want to make sure that they're liking it when you're using it for aromatherapy. So some fun essential oils that you could use would be wild orange or peppermint, lemon, lavender. So any essential oil that is safe to use topically, you pick whichever one that you want to use, and you can add that into the Play-Doh that you're making, okay? So you're gonna combine all the ingredients except for the essential oils in a large saucepan. You're gonna stir them up, okay? You wanna be careful that you don't overcook, because you don't wanna have really dried out Play-Doh. So you wanna make sure not to overcook your Play-Doh, okay? Once the ball is formed, you're gonna remove it from the heat and let it cool on parchment paper. Once it's cool, add 5 drops of your favorite essential oil and then knead it until everything is combined, all right? Then you're done. You can store the Play-Doh in an airtight container in the refrigerator for months, and you have months and months of stress-free fun. Okay, so you can pick whatever scents you want. If you're wanting to help calm your kids down, use a lavender or serenity blend, something that's going to be very calming. And citrus oils are also very uplifting, so those are my favorites to use. And it's a nice stress relief tool for your kids, and it maybe will give you a few moments of free time because they'll be occupied and busy. All right, so pretty exciting, right? We learned a few things. This, like I said, this isn't the typical type of class that I would normally do, but I can say that my life has changed because of doTERRA essential oils, and I'm really confident that you're going to have the same experience once you get started. So if you're wanting to get essential oils, or you're new to essential oils, there are 3 ways that you can purchase essential oils, okay? You can purchase the oils at full retail price, which is the most expensive and not my recommendation. Or you can pay $35 for a membership, kind of like Costco, and then anytime you purchase your oils, you get them at wholesale pricing, which is 25% off, and that's pretty awesome. Or you can purchase a starter kit, and with the starter kit, your wholesale account is free. So your kit has oils in it that are below the wholesale pricing when you get started with a starter kit. And when you purchase a starter kit, you also get unlimited education from me, a free goodie bag, and a book that tells you what oils to use, what they're good for, and any ailment that you might want to look up to know what to use for those things. So that would be a personal gift that I like to give to anyone who wants to get started with a starter kit. So I'd recommend option 2 or 3. And if you're not sure which option that you want to use, you're not sure what's right for you and your family, you want to just get started with a couple, just send me a message here on Facebook, or you can email me as well at changinglives@shoreswellnesssolutions.com, and I'd be happy to guide you into the best decision that's right for you. So if you want to get started with just a couple, or you want to get started with a starter kit, just let me know which way works best for you, and I'd be happy to get you started with the right oils for you and your family, okay? So before we end today, if you'd like to host your own essential oils make and take class, just let me know. We can do it a couple different ways. I know right now we're limited to group gatherings, so until that's open, we can also do an online class that's private for you and your selected guests. So that's one way. We won't go live on Facebook, I guess, unless you want to, but we can do a private class for you and your guests. And it's really nice to do that because then we can talk candidly, you can interact with each other, we can ask questions, you can ask questions, I can answer them, and we can even set it up if you'd like to actually have the oils and some of the things with you before we get started with the class. Everyone can have those, and so everyone can actually make those products and have on hand at the end of the class. So if you would like to host your own essential oils make and take private class, just either send me a message, an email, or message me below as well, and we can get you started with one of those classes. And I can't think for a second. Sorry about that. So anyway, let me know if you want to host your own class. Anyone who does host their own essential oil class, I'll be giving away a free diffuser as well. So you'll get a free diffuser when you schedule one of the online classes, and then once everything's open too, if you decide you want to schedule an in-person class, we can do that as well. And if you don't want to have that in your own home, we can also offer that in our office because we have a nice space that we can teach a class that would be private for you and your guests as well. All right, so do me a favor before we end. If you can do me a quick favor, just let me know in the comments what recipe that we talked about today that you like best, right? Tell me what your favorite DIY recipe is. And let me know what other classes or topics you'd like to see, because we have a whole host of different classes we can do. So just let me know, pop me in the comments which classes you'd be interested in most, so we can tailor that to what you're most interested in, okay? And then also let me know if you'd like to host your own fun DIY class. All right, well, that is it for today. So I want to thank you so much for your time today. I hope you enjoy the recipes that I shared with you. If you'd like a copy of all the recipes that I talked about today, be sure to post in the comments or message me your email address, and I will get them sent out to you this week. All right? So be sure to share with anyone you think that might be interested. Be safe, stay well, and until next time, I'm Amy from Shores Wellness Solutions, the Natural Health and Wellness Center. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, guys.